guys, it's Rosie with Creations by Caridio, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful multi-pocket, multi-page portfolio. This folio was made using just scraps. I used the paper pad collection from Michaels. It's made by Recollections, and the name of the paper pad is The Greenery. Now I'm taking part in a celebratory hop, a YouTube hop, for Joanne Bartel. It's a 1,000 celebratory hop that's being done both on YouTube and Instagram. There are a bunch of us content creators that are participating in this hop, so I will leave a list of all the content creators that are participating in my video description so that you can head over to their channels and watch what they created for today. Okay, so let's get started. You're going to need a piece of scrapbook paper that is 4.5 inches high by 11 inches wide, and you're going to score on the 11-inch side at 1, 5, and 10. Next, you're going to need border pieces. You're going to need 2 that are 1.5 inches wide by 4.5 inches high. And then you're going to need an additional 2 pieces of glitter cardstock that is 1.5 inches wide by 4.5 inches in height. Okay, so now you can see that I am just going to begin adding one of the border pieces to the left-hand side. Let's just make sure that it's down well. And now we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing to the other side. Okay, make sure it's lined up. All right, now let's bring in our glitter cardstock, and we're going to do the same thing so that the glitter cardstock is just kind of peeking out from the flap, and it's going to give it this really cool layered look. I like the way this looks. It adds a bit of luxury to it, wouldn't you say? I think it's because of all the colors. They're very rich looking. It's just beautiful. And this paper pad completely complements that look. All right, now we're done with that. Now we're just going to create tuck spots. So add glue just to the bottom of the flap, and that will give you a tuck spot. Let's go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. And press firmly, and now we have 2 tuck spots on the inside front and back covers. All right. Okay, now you're going to need 2 pieces that are 2 inches by 1.5 inches, and this is going to be for the closure. So we're just going to fold in half both pieces, and I like to round my corners, and feel free to do that if that's the look that you'd like to have. Once we've done that, we just want to make sure that it's going to fit well. Now we need to place a hole in each of those little pieces. So I'm just marking there where the center is so I can see it a little bit more clearly. And I'm just going to punch a hole in each. That's to get ready for the eyelets that we're going to use. Okay, now I'm bringing in my eyelets, my front and back, and I'll go ahead and just adhere that 1 to each of my closure pieces. Okay, now it's time to place them on our front and back covers. I'm using liquid glue because I think that'll adhere really well, but certainly you can use whatever adhesive you wish. So now I just want to make sure that my little closure pieces are in line with the front and back cover so that when we place the string to close it, it's gonna be even. Okay, now that we have both of our closures in, doesn't that look good? Now we're going to work on the pages, and I have placed all the measurements on the screen for you for ease of reference, as well as any score marks that we need to make. For this folio, I am going to be using a waterfall effect, a cascading of pages that I thought would look really cool. So you will notice that each of the pages is just slightly bigger than the page that we previously made. And it's going to really give it a nice element. All right, now it's time to add the pages to the folio itself. So we're going to take the bottom piece, we're going to add adhesive to the score mark and add it just below the middle score mark so that it doesn't interfere with the turning of the pages or the closing of the folio itself. Once we've done that, we can go ahead and add our top scrapbook paper to the mat using any adhesive that you wish. You'll notice that there's a 1/4 of an inch border all the way around. So there's our page 1. We'll do the exact same thing for page 2, adding our tape, adding it just below the score mark, and then adding our scrapbook paper to the top. All right, and get that down. And let's work on our last page. So fold, add tape, and put down just below the score mark again, and then we'll add our scrapbook paper to the top, and that will be the end of these 3 waterfall pages. We will be adding scrapbook paper to the other side, the opposite side as well. Okay, let's go ahead and put down our larger vellum page, placing it again right by the score mark, but not on top. And I'm just making sure that it's straight. This one just didn't want to go down correctly. Okay, and there you have it. Okay. Now we will be adding scrapbook paper to the back of each page, and the measurements are the same as on the front. So let's go ahead and get that page down. Let's do our second page. Okay. And now let's go ahead and grab the third page and place that down. Now let's add some scrapbook paper to the back inside cover between the pages and the tuck spot. So you're going to need a piece that is 2 3/4 inches by 4.5 inches. Okay, so next we're going to need a piece of scrapbook paper that's going to coordinate for the outside spine cover. We're going to use a piece of scrapbook paper just to help reinforce it. And the measurement for that is 3 3/4 inches wide by 4 1/2 inches high. All right, guys, here comes the fun part. It's time to decorate. So now you get to use up any die cuts, flowers, embellishment clusters that you have or that you're gonna make. This part is always so much fun to me. Here I am making a coin pocket, so I've punched out a few flowers, added a hole in the middle, and I'm gonna be using a brad to keep them all together and to place it on the front flap. I will place another brad on the bottom piece and I will use some crochet string just to keep it all together. If you want to see a video on how I create journal pockets, coin pockets, library pockets, things like that, let me know. Leave me a comment down below in the comments, because I do, when I embellish either, these portfolios, any kind of mini albums or anything like that, I usually integrate lots of envelopes, pockets of all kinds, not just ephemera die cuts. I try to use a lot of different types of elements just to kind of elevate the look of the project itself, as well as giving me more places where I can add additional either pictures, journaling spots, things like that. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. right, guys, so let's take a final peek at what we created. So we have the tag with a pretty gold eyelet. We have those 3 different borders on our inside flap. And doesn't it look just beautiful? There's an envelope with a cluster embellishment on top. You can see the pages cascading, slightly getting larger as you go. I think that looks so, so pretty. Here I've left it blank so that I can add some embellishments after the fact once I know what I'm going to be documenting. Here is the coin pocket that I created. Again, let me know if you'd like me to do a video on all of these different types of elements, because I certainly do like to use all of these different types of things within my portfolios, mini albums, things like that. Here I'm just showing you the little flower that I punched out as part of the bottom of the closure instead of showing just string. You know what I mean? Might as well use decoration. Okay, and then I have on the opposite side is just blank, and I have a little chipboard and fabric embellishment, and there is another tag that I backed on gold mirror cardstock. The back I just left blank because I think it looks absolutely beautiful as is. And look at how perfect this came together. I think that this scrapbook collection, as well as the using of the gold elements, just adds to the look. I think that it looks just simply gorgeous and very luxurious because of the gold that we peppered throughout it. And who wouldn't be thrilled to receive this either as a birthday gift, a happy mail swap, a group swap, a just because gift? I mean, who wouldn't want to receive something like this? All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to look at my video description for this video so that you can head on over to all of the other content creators that are participating in this hop. If you like this video, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you so much. It really means the world to me. And every time you hit that like button and someone subscribes to my channel, I get so happy because I'm able to reach more people. All right, guys, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Until the next time, stay safe, be kind, and keep it creative.